What's going on, everybody? Narfu here. So I finally completed the Vault of Glass, and I say finally because the first time doing it I wanted to have a good group, very mature players, guys who also knew the fights for sure, and who just wanted to enjoy it just as much as I do. Now, I played many MMOs and raided in a lot of them, and whenever Bungie announced that there would be raids and raid gear and progression and the raid difficulty, I was immediately intrigued. And like a lot of people, I immediately started to wonder, would it be like, the real MMO raiding experience? Like, would you have a tank, DPS healer system? Obviously that's not the case. So in many ways it's like an MMO, but it's not. And that's what I'm going to talk about real quick. So initially, the first thing that makes it seem analogous to an MMO is naturally you have the entrance, like what I'm showing right here, and then the raid itself is just very vast and grand in scale, and beautiful to look at, many pathways to go. I mean, they're still finding chests as I speak, so the exploration inside the raid is very alive, like most MMOs. Some would argue that they're very linear, but in World of Warcraft I found that there were at least some minor tangents you could go off on and to explore and whatnot. Now, one thing that the biggest difference I thought from like World of Warcraft or other games like that is the fact that there were just two bosses. Technically there was one, Atheon, at the end, but there was really just the Templar and then Atheon. Now, the events that took place in between, the Gorgon's Maze, the jump puzzle, that was filler, and it was fun, and it was very interesting. But all in all, it was very short. Very few bosses. And maybe that's their point. Maybe the next raid will only have 2 or 3. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you've got World of Warcraft where you'll have raids that have more than 20 bosses, each with their own very distinct mechanics and abilities that you have to learn. And with this, granted, the first boss fight, that's about 25, about a 20-minute fight, I think, with the checkpoints involved. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I wish there were way more bosses. I felt like we just burned through it really quickly. And this being my first time, I was pretty shocked whenever we completed it in like an hour. That was about 25 minutes to get everyone, comfortable with the Atheon fight. So overall, it took about an hour. Whereas, in another traditional MMO, it takes a couple of weeks, sometimes even months. Now, along with that is the difficulty and skill player base. Now, with World of Warcraft, you have more people, sometimes 10 to 25 people. In this one, you have 6. So the ratio of error is less in this. In World of Warcraft, if you have, say, 2 people out of 10 doing bad, you're probably not going to probably not going to kill the boss. And especially in 25, if you have even 5 people doing bad, you're not going to do it. In this, 6 people, you have one guy doing bad, you basically just tell him what the fuck to do, and he needs to get his shit together. In my group, everyone was very good. They all have a lot of experience with MMOs and even other first-person shooter games, so it was a very smooth raid. Another thing is the UI. In World of Warcraft, you'll sometimes have 10 to 20 add-ons cluttering your UI in order to help you complete the raid. Threat timers, threat counters to make sure you don't pull aggro, heal bot, all kinds of things like that. With this is what you get. That's it. You don't really have to worry about your awareness as much, I found. With World of Warcraft, don't stand in the fire, don't stand in the void zone or whatever. With this, everything's right in front of you. If there's something behind you, you can see it on your radar. But, granted, this is just the first raid, so maybe the future raids there'll be way more things going on. But I found it was fun though. I can't diss it. I will admit, I thought for sure it would be kind of like World of Warcraft raids somehow. I knew there would be raid gear, bosses, and things like that. But what really killed it for me was the fact that it was just so short. That's pretty much it. And not a lot of people are saying anything about that, prior to Destiny coming out, we all thought, oh yeah, it's going to be like World of Warcraft, yeah, it's going to be great. But no one seems to be saying anything about the length. But I had fun. And I can't wait to do the next one in December. I'm assuming they're going to release it in December. But yeah, guys, a quick video of my thoughts on Destiny and how it compares to other MMO games. So yeah, leave a like and give me a comment what you thought about the raid. Did you like it? Did you like the bosses? I thought it was pretty good. But until next time, later.